Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Sailorette.Plans. My name is Jessica. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and today I have a different kind of video for you all to watch, so I hope that you'll enjoy that. And if you are interested, keep watching. I am opening this Archer and Olive notebook that I bought during Black Friday sale for like $7. And confession, I've already started using it just for like some creative outlet. I don't feel bad because this is only $7 or $8, and I will show you that in just a moment. But I also have some other supplies to use in this journal, so let's get on with this video. This is my dream sheet that she made for me, my first one. The second one is scuba diving related. I'll have it popped in the screen here. But yes, I'm going to be using this dream sheet. This is like the third time I've used it. I absolutely adore it. And this paper is also by her too, on her like mermaids collection. I recommend you shopping on Tuesdays for the best deal. Anyways, she has a list making challenge and she's partnering with Kanika'a, and it comes out every Saturday. I'll pop the prompt here, and this week's prompt is ta-da, something that you are feeling accomplished that you've done in the week or in the past. It could be in any kind of time frame. It seems that most people that I've seen posting theirs lists on Instagram, it's stuff that they've done like in the last week or so. So I think that I will be doing that in here. So this is going to be like a creative outlet. I'm not pressuring myself to use this, just something that I want to like create. But I will show you what I have been creating. I haven't even put my name in here yet, but I did my very first spread inspired by the list that Sarah and Kanika'a made, and here's my very first spread. It's actually upside down, so that's very fitting to have my very first spread upside down. But this is using Wrong Sticker Girl from like the retro collection, along with Plans printables and some Let's Plan with Sarah doilies, and some fun washi from like Archer and Olive, MT washi tape, and Live Live Posh washi. I don't know if I said, but Planet Darby instruments too. So this is here for whenever I feel like journaling. I already have a spread made, and I don't think I'll be going in like chronological order, but we'll see depending on how I like it. And then here's the next spread. I do not like how I did like this bold underlining, but this is like a more simple spread using Live with Posh Chic Spring, or the Spring Deluxe sticker book. This is also using the Spring Deluxe sticker book by Live with Posh because of like the flowers down here making a statement. This one is even more simpler. I don't even think I've completed it, but I was kind of making these all in one day and it was tiring, so I kind of like just stopped here. But maybe I'll return or not, I don't know. But here we are into the next empty page. Yes, I just want to make sure that this isn't upside down. And I'm going to be cutting out my dream sheet, and I can't find my nicer looking scissors, so I'm going to put you on a fast forward, and you're going to watch me cut up these stickers like a cutting machine that I am. But I'm also going to take my rings off because it's annoying. Okay. So I just finished cutting everything up, and the reason why I'm picking the sailing theme is because for this past week we sailed. We did some more sailing. I really want to use this paper, and I want to like cut this, so let's see. something like this maybe. And this is printed on sticker paper, so is the stuff, you know, my goodness, I can't really speak today, but so are everything here is printed on sticker paper. So I'm just going to do, you know, the classic 4 corners, or maybe I could do something like this. I don't know, maybe I'll just do the 4 corners. I'll do the 4 corners. So just going with the pattern here, like this. And I'm tearing it so that the white part shows, because it's just, although it wasn't like perfect, because I just like the way that looks more. So it looks more like scrapbooky. There we go. So it's been a long time that I have actually filmed anything, like sit down, and when I last tried to, it just took a really long time because I was talking too much. Oh my. Okay. Let's put these down. I'll fast forward this bit. All right, so I'm on the last little bit, and I did not stick this down right, of course, the moment I start talking. Luckily, this is really good Archer and Olive paper, so it's not going to rip. So, and it doesn't need to be perfect, like set down. I just definitely want it up against the edge. Okay, and now I'm just going to trim everything and be right back. And voila! And I do have an abundance of washies here that I might just like use. I have purple. I also have like these, I don't know, to like frame her or something. I'm not exactly sure exactly what I'm going to be doing, but I do love the blue, green, and gold dots on this. So I don't know, maybe I'll do like a title as well. I could definitely do that. Okay, I could do a title right here. Boom, and just go right across just like that and cut it. But I also want like something layered off of it, so maybe we could use this washi here. This is a sailing washi. I think I had gotten this, I didn't write it in the inside, but if I'm not mistaken, I got it off of Amazon. I think that's just like too much pattern, unfortunately. So no layering this one, even though it's literally perfect, but I like the colors on this one more. But I could do either the purple one. Let's do some purple. Why not? And I don't know if I've mentioned in my voiceover yet, but I've just been really inspired to use this because I just have been wanting to use bullet journals for a really long time now, and I've had them actually for many years. And just watching, you know, Michelle over on Plan On It, she is really an inspiration, a creative genius. She's just a really amazing, sweet person, and also she's just incredibly inspiring, and I love what she has been doing with her bullet journals. And it used to be kind of like a daunting thing because like I didn't know how to draw. I mean, I could draw, but I'm not a very talented person per se, and I didn't want to spend all this time drawing. So bullet journaling, kind of like this is coming up, so I'm just going to rip it just like that. The bullet journaling community was like really intimidating for me personally. if I could just like do a strip of this, maybe like just use this, for example. And as you can see, I do this often. I just like cut this in half. So thankful that I have this thing because it really is amazing. And I have multiple uses for it. I do have to replace this. I noticed that it's like not cutting, kind of like not perfect cut, you know? Okay, so I have this little piece. And so as I was saying, it's just intimidating to start bullet journaling because that's kind of like what I thought it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be like you draw most of your stuff, and it's like I'm not talented like that. I don't want to draw most of my stuff. So I'm just doing a bunch of like layering of washi tape action here, just because I think it's cute. Just like that. And I'm sorry if you think this is like, you know, unorganized or whatever, but I'm working on a very small space. Those of you know, I do live on a boat, and this is actually my freezer, so if you hear a humming, it's not somebody snoring or anything like that in the background. Okay, so I really love these flowers. This is like Wrong Wrong's PET tape, and you guys, this is like luxury stuff. No joke, this is the real deal. You know I'm obsessed with Wrong Wrong. So here's the thing, I don't have this peachy color scheme anywhere else, but we're just gonna go with it. And I should have planned this better and put this lower so that she could sit on the top like this. It's a little too late. Oh, I could have done also this. Okay, we could still do that. We could continue doing some layering action or just do that, right? Like this. Let's just do it. These are stickers, so they can come up nice. I love the quality of paper that I bought. I am running low. Look how cute she is here. Okay, we're gonna put this sailor girl down here. Here we go. Just have to take the back off of it. Just like that. And I do feel like I'm going to have to eventually bring these washies in. We'll see. But now I'm like adding different elements. The theme must go on. And I just want to be like using this like as a creative outlet. I think it's so much fun to just use up your stash. I'm really having a good time making these lists. I'm so thankful that Sarah and Kanika'a are partnering up and creating lists every single week. I really genuinely look forward to this every single Saturday. This is going to be my 4th week that I participated. And just trying to see what else I could put here at the bottom. Since I'm using smaller florals, I think I'm going to stick with smaller florals and just cut them in half. But anyways, or use the water. I could use water, duh. Yeah, let's do that. And it seems to be that nautical is very in this year, which I'm super thankful for. Like, for example, I know that Planything had her like nautical sub box released, and I actually almost got it, but stopped myself because it's a subscription box, and unfortunately you could not cancel after like 2 orders. Maybe I won't put this down here after all. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. I'll just use water instead because I forgot I had these pieces here. So I'll put them off to the side. And you can't cancel until after you have purchased 2 subscription boxes. So I don't know what her other subscription box is going to look like, so I did not go with that. And also, you know, I'm abroad. I don't want to like commit to something that I don't know what it's going to be like, you know. But it looked really gorgeous and it sold out right away. I'm just going to use this here. And I'm happy. I'm happy it's in. Also, Live with Posh. I did place an order with Live with Posh, but she has the Summer Deluxe sticker book. There we go. And there's a lot of nautical elements there as well as camping, which I love. And I could not help it, but I had to. I just had to place an order. I'm going to put her down here instead. I think she looks cute there. But there's so many more nautical themes, and I'm so happy, truly, truly happy that they are in. So, yeah. Oh, the sale. Well, let's see if this could just go here in the middle of the page, because I do want to try to use up as much elements as possible, like as much of the stickers as possible. I do recommend tweezers. You guys, I don't think I've actually acknowledged the fact that I have found these tweezers. I had lost them for so many months, and then I found them again. I found them, guess where? Below this freezer. Down deep, there's another layer to the bottom of the boat. It's called the bilge. And I found it in the bilge. And and the reason why I found it was because I had to take everything out of the freezer and like deep clean it and defrost it. I actually should be doing that more often than a couple of times a month, or waiting for a couple of months to pass by and then do it. But don't judge me. And so I found these tweezers, but thank God I found them, because I swear, like, this boat literally swallows everything whole. There we go. Happiness comes in salty water. Maybe I should also do this up here. Yes, let's do that. I'm gonna cut it in half to like make it go out. So I guess I could like talk to you about the week, or maybe I could wait until the writing portion, but we sailed from the Gambier archipelago to the Tuamotu's archipelago, and we actually arrived yesterday morning, yesterday being Saturday, and I'm filming this on Sunday, on Father's Day. And it took us 4 days to sail here. It was an overall uneventful sail, thank goodness. Anything that's uneventful is okay in my book. Everything went well. Just something with a whisker pole. It's called a whisker pole. It's like another pole that helps extend the head sail or the genoa whenever we go downwind sailing. So there's like more area for the wind to catch. I don't know if I could maybe like pop a picture and show you exactly, but you set the sails like wing on wing. It literally looks like a bat going, and the wind is like pushing the boat from behind. So it propels us forward. But we had to like set it up and everything, and unfortunately my husband got injured. He's fine, but I was not fine. I mean, I hope he's fine. I don't know. He looks okay, and he's been acting okay since. He got hit in the head. I never actually said, but yeah, he got hit in the head by the whisker pole from 3 feet up in the air. And I like freaked out and cried because I thought he got like a concussion or something. And that was like literally within like the first 24 hours of sailing, and we had like 3 more days of sailing left. So I was kind of freaking out because, you know, it's just us out there in the ocean. I'm lifting this up and putting the rest of this here. I don't know how that looks, but I am leaving it. And I'm going to put this, I don't know where, because I wanted to like right here, you know. I could do it in this corner. Yeah, let's do that. And so it was nerve-wracking and scary, and I thought maybe he could have had like internal bleeding or something like that. But I don't think he does. We don't know because he refuses to go to a hospital. Not that there is one anyways, but he would have to like get flown out to Tahiti and get checked out by a hospital there, which, you know, is probably an expensive thing. Let's see. I'm still trying to figure out how to use all the elements, but I don't know if I'll be using these bits. I'm going to put this up here. I think that's plenty. So I'm going to also then use this washi and rip it in half like we've been doing, and just incorporate it in other areas, like over here maybe, like under this quote perhaps. And then here I could do lift her up and put the washi down here. But yeah, so I think I've mentioned in another video, the previous one most likely, to leave any like sailing questions that you have down below, because I am going to be filming a video, I think in the next week or two, and that video probably won't be going up until sometime in July, and it's all sailing related questions. So anything living aboard on this boat, and any kind of questions that you have there about that, leave them in the comment section down below so that I can compile and, you know, answer all those questions there. I've asked some questions on Instagram, and I've had quite a few of them already, but the more the merrier, you know? So I brought out my favorite sticker book, the Tanya Garcia Bright Travels one, just to see if there's anything else that I can add from here. Probably not. I was thinking about adding a quote, but this is already, you know, sticker happy as is. But I just want to do like a quick flip through anyways, which probably maybe like a stamp or something after I write the title. So let's do that. Let's write the title. I have these Tombow dual brush pens, and this is the tropical set. Now I wish I had like a nice purple, because I would do the title in purple. Like that's pretty bright. This is a very bright purple, and unfortunately I do not have like a muted purple to match. I mean, I have these, but they're not, like they're Tombow, but I wish they were brush pens. Now this purple does go better, so I'm just going to use this. Okay, so the title is List of the Week. Ta-da, List of the Week. Okay, so I'm going to write that here. Oh no, I've already started off wrong. It's crooked. And I'm just like going over it multiple times to kind of make it thicker. Ta-da. And then I can write list of the week. Okay. And now I'm going to like go over it again and make it a bit thicker. Okay, so I just finished. Now I'm no like kind of lettering expert by any means whatsoever, and I just traced it over basically and made them thicker. Maybe some letters are a little too thick, but that's how it came out and that's how it's going to be. So now that we have some room here, I could, you know, put that one sticker over here that I was saying, like this one, like the birdie or something, or like this flower because it's purple. Something to kind of just fill this up. Actually, looks like it's too big. It's a little too big. All right, so scratch that. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it because I don't want to get hung up on like the little things. Leave it be, and then once everything is filled out, I'll just go back and see how I can fill it up some more with stickers. All right, so I have these pens. I have the Pigma Micron 12, and I have the Uniball Signo DX in a size 0.38, and then a Muji as well in the size 0.38. And what I like to do is I like to go over in black pen just to kind of like make the title stand out. This is just like what I like to do. Okay, so as I'm finishing up here, I will say that the week list specifically has gotten me out of a little bit of like a planner funk, a little bit. It's more like writing in my planner. And I'm so glad that this already has me like writing, like encourages me to write in my planners. And it's just really fun and easy. I'm just like now going over the whites a little bit, just like this. And I got this technique from Mary Ellen over at Planning with Bumble. Now I could write, well, as you can tell, it's crooked. I did not follow the line. I'm just noticing this now. Like I just started going up. But you know what? It's okay. It's just a simple spread. It does not have to be perfect. I'll put like quotation marks because instead of whatever, like instead of writing a to-do, you write everything that you've accomplished for the week, right? So let's also write hashtag 10 me lists. So I have number 1, before we go sailing, this was last week now, you have to significantly stow everything away or everything's just going to fall, because when you're sailing the boat, at least on a monohull, you are heeled over. So you have to store everything away. So I would say successfully. Oh my god, did I misspell that? I don't think I did. Stowed everything away. Okay, and then we also went to the beach. I'm sorry if I wasn't in frame. We cleaned, oh, I'll do that number 3. Cleaned the fuel filters in motor. And then we also up the dinghy on deck. And then we went to the beach. All to ourselves. Number 5, hubby made pizza underway twice. Number 6, nobody got sea sick. Yay. Number 7, sailed safely from Gambier to Tuamotus. Dropped. Anchor. 9. 460 miles completed. And then here I can write so proud. All right, and then the last thing I'm gonna do is to kind of bring in that color. I just trace over this lightly. There we go. And then I'm gonna write up here week number 4, and maybe here today's date, which is Sunday, June 16th. All right, and I think that sums up this video. I'm just not sure about what to do here. Let's see, I'm gonna pull this out one more time. Like these stars. Does that look silly? And I could sprinkle 2 more, like one here, one here. All right, just because I'm obsessed with a full looking spread. But I think that's gonna be it for this video, you guys. If you enjoyed this kind of different video from me, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to ask me some more sailing related questions so that I could answer them potentially with my hubby in the next couple of weeks. I would significantly appreciate it. Yeah, if you enjoyed this kind of different video from me, pretty please give it a thumbs up so that the algorithm knows that you enjoyed it and I know that you enjoyed it. And if you want to see more videos from me, make sure you hit the big red subscribe button. It is free after all, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. Bon voyage!